Okay, here are a few miscellaneous updates on things that are going on right now. So, the first thing that's kind of interesting is that MAME did add support for configurable speaker panning. HAP added it, and even though I think that end users are going to have a problem with it the way it was done, because basically the way he did it is you're configuring the X, Y, and Z value of the each speaker's panning. And so, for example, if you want to pan all the way to the left, you'd set the X to -1, and if you wanted to center, a speaker, you would set it to 0, and if you wanted to pan it all the way to the right, you would, set it to 1. Currently, the way they implemented it, they didn't add support for the Z axis, so and that is what would handle like front versus rear speakers. So after that's kind of stabilized, I'll probably make another version of MAME that merges that in with my surround sound changes, so that if you set the panning, basically presumably 0, like say you had like a 7-channel setup, 0 would probably be in like your middle speakers, and then negative Z, -1 would be the front speakers, and Z +1 or +1 would be the rear speakers, something like that. So or I guess it kind of depends on how. I mean, I guess with the rear speakers, they might consider that actually negative. I guess it's kind of arbitrary, but you could go either way with it. So in any way, so that's good though. I still think that there's a simpler solution for humans, because basically people are going to see the X, Y, and Z shit, and their eyes are going to glaze over, and they're going to go cross-eyed, and then they're not going to know what the hell is going on. Yeah, whereas I really think it could have been something as simple as if MAME just looks at your speaker configuration and says, okay, this person has a 2-speaker setup and they have a left and a right speaker. Like, it would have been way simpler to just be able to say, this emulated machine's speaker is my left speaker, right? As opposed to having to do that. But hey, it's better than nothing. So that's that. Some other stuff I have kind of like slowly, even though I don't do it super often, just because it's so tedious, but I have periodically been going in and hooking up more masked out grab graphics for different things. So like, just as an example, so wait, what do I want here? I want to okay. So basically, you can see like most of these things. So Slash is still configured to work like the original arcade. All the offsets are the same as the arcade. So notice that when Guy knees somebody, like his knee isn't even making contact with Slash, and his right arm is holding on to nothing. He's overlapping the Slash's sprite, and so it looks like fucking dog shit. Now, let me go to Axel, which I did recently. Now look at this shit. Look at how much better this is with this masked out sprite. Look at that. Just like knee right in the balls, the different parts of their bodies overlapping, seamlessly. actually making contact, it is so much goddamn better. Just compare that shit. Just compare that motion. I mean, look at that. Look at how shitty that is, and that's how the original arcade game was. And then compare it with. Look at that. I mean, it's fucking night and day. It's so much goddamn better. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm aware of it. I already, set up the program to be able to handle it, but just due to the tedious goddamn nature of setting up the masked out graphics, I just haven't gone through all of them, and it isn't like it's, it's purely cosmetic. It's not really, like making or breaking anything, but yeah, and some of the other ones I did. It's so like before. I mean, if you were really paying close attention to it, you would have noticed that I did one for Bread, but I hadn't done one for the other three thugs. But now the other three thugs, they've all been done. So you notice how they all have the nice one all dug in there, literally dug in there. Yeah, it looks way better. It just looks way fucking better. And I did the fat guys too. You can see how the fat guys are, like their head overlaps a guy, but guys, arm and knee overlap the fat guy. You'd have to compare it with the original, but basically it looks way better than the original, where it just didn't look like guy was holding on to him. So all three of the fat guys were done, and it just it looks good. Shit actually makes contact. The other thing that I did, so I was playing the game, and something that would periodically happen is I'd grab somebody, and then Belger would come in from behind, and because I was still grabbing somebody, Belger would shoot an arrow at me and like hit me in the back. It's like, God damn it. And so what I did here was I added a new control option here, where basically if you grab somebody with Guy or Cody and you hold down the lock direction input, and then you move left or right, you can actually switch around positions when you're grabbing someone. So see how I can switch around. And so you really can have that total recall moment where you grab somebody and you spin them around and use them as a human shield when somebody's shooting at you. It's pretty nice. So it's just I mean really, like I think it's just because I was playing some other games and it's just like, God, like most games just, you have no fucking control over anything, and that's I don't know. It's kind of actually hard to play a lot of other games after this, because it's like, Jesus, like I really can do whatever the fuck I want to in this game. It has you have so many fucking options. How you can react to every little situation. So in any case, yeah. So you can do that with Cody and Guy now. And it's just it's a nice little thing. Yeah, so basically, it's not a big deal, but I'll probably put out a new version of it, sometime relatively soon. The other thing too, I just want to mention is this, a big fuck you to Microsoft. So when I started this thing, when I started working on this, I bought 8 Xbox 360 gamepads, to test the 10-player thing, because I already had 2, gamepads laying around. I bought 8 of them. Not shitting you. Another one broke today. Stopped working. And I'm not shitting you. There's only one left that still works. What fucking pieces of shit. I'm telling you, like, these console gamepads, they're just fucking dog shit. I mean, and I wasn't abusing or like beating these things up, and I'm telling you, I think I know what it is, because these gamepads are such cheap dog shit. They literally, I don't think, can handle like holding down buttons for any like real duration of time, because I think that's what it is, because in this version of Final Fight, you can just hold down the attack button to play out your combo, and I honestly suspect that actually might be what's fucking breaking them, because if you think about it, like most console games you play, you don't really just like hold down the button that often. You tend to just like tap them, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they're that big of pieces of shit, if that's actually what it is. Just fucking incredible. I'm saying, like, when that many of them break, it isn't just a coincidence or bad luck or anything. Like, no, something's going on there. These things are just fucking oh, you know what, that reminds me too, let me show you, I did Poison too. You'd have to compare it with the original arcade, but see, look at that. Right in the balls. See, it's so much better, man. See, and look at that. And look at how Poison's left leg is just subtly overlapping his knee, just to imply that guy's knee is just dug into that ball sack. It's pretty fucking good, man. Yeah. Yeah, really, it does need to be done. It needs to be done for all the grabs, just because it's so much goddamn better. It's just so fucking tedious to do. Okay, well, but yeah, in any case, fuck those Xbox gamepads. God damn it, there's complete cheap pieces of crap. They just break. They just fucking break. Like I said, I'm done ever buying any fucking gamepads again. I'm done with it. It's just all arcade. Arcade joysticks and buttons from now on. It's like those actually last. They're actually not, at least not yet, not complete fucking garbage. Just incredible.